Here's the 1977 MGB as I first saw it, sitting on a trailer in the Bronx, blown out roof, and that's really all I could see from there, but I thought it looked neat. So the story on this car goes like this. The car lived in a barn, and the parking space that it was in became more valuable than the car. So the car was purchased and moved to a shop for repairs, where it ended up sitting for a couple of years. So ultimately the car had to be removed from the shop, and it had two options, me or the crusher. Look, Mom, I bought a sports car. So the biggest issue I could really see on this car is that it's dirty. Oh look, a crack pipe! And after that, I just decided I was going to throw the whole interior away. There was too much paraphernalia and nastiness for me to want to clean it and keep it. But it did come with this really cool cover. It's getting less yucky by the minute. And with it clean enough to sit in, I figured I'd dive into the no spark issue. It looked like somebody was messing around in there with just whatever they had, so I put new points and condenser in it, and it still didn't really solve the problem. It turned out the ignition coil in it was no good, and almost all of those connections were ruined. And with some encouragement from my girlfriend and help from my friends, we got her going.
Running on fuel. Vacuum leak too. Probably got a lot of vacuum leaks.
And with a car running like that, the only thing to do was wait for nightfall and take it on a cruise down the back roads. Successfully made it an entire mile up and down the street, and it drove into the garage under its own power, where I will continue to work on it.
What are you doing? Oh, she's looking better.
Actually see that the engine was orange. Not a big grease blob anymore.
I prefer orange over grease blob.
Yeah, this will actually be pleasant to work on now.
The valve cover cleaned up really nice.
Where's the brush?
I stole it.
With it mostly cleaned up, I figured it was time to toss an interior in it. Started with some corrugated plastic to make, I guess, what are B-pillar covers. Covered them with what I think is some pretty cool fake leather with red stitch. Also installed some black cloth seats with the red stitch and the black carpet. Lastly, installed some new brakes all the way around, and I filmed none of it. But the car is on the ground, ready to be driven. I think I'm going to try my hand at some paint correction.